Strategy is more important than tactics, okay? Without having a clearly defined strategy, you will get absolutely nowhere. You can have all the tactics in the world, okay? Tactics are tools, techniques, the way that you get there. But a strategy is a roadmap. That's where you're going. How you get there, okay? There's many ways in which you can get there, okay? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to clearly define what your strategy is. Too many people are worried about tactics, okay? You need to be focused on strategy. All right, so I'm reading this book, Digital Millionaire Secrets by Dan Henry, and it's an absolutely amazing book. And I ran across one of these quotes here within the book, and it goes like this right here. So it's on page 35, so if you have the book, Digital Millionaire Secrets by Dan Henry, it's on page 35, and it goes, strategy without tactics is the slowest route to victory. Tactics without strategy is the noise before the defeat. And that's from the book, The Art of War by Sun Tzu. It's an absolutely amazing quote. Okay, but if you don't have this book right here, I highly recommend getting it. Digital Millionaire Secrets by Dan Henry. Great book. Totally changed your mind and your life. Okay, so let's talk about strategy here. Let me tell you a quick little story. Okay. People get wrapped around the axle of tactics. In other words, tools. Okay. Let's say, for example, that you have an overarching strategy, and your strategy is to, I don't know, make money, build a website, build a house, bake a cake, whatever the case may be. That's your overall strategy. That's the goal. That's the end result in mind. The tactics are the things that you do along the way, the tools, the techniques. Okay, let's say, for example, that you want to build a website. That's your strategy. The tactics are the tools that you use. Like you could use WordPress, you can use Wix, you can use, all these different types of things that are out there. Okay, those are tactics. The tool or the tactic is completely irrelevant when the end result is to build a website. Okay, let's say, for example, that you want to make money. There's multiple ways to make money. Oh my goodness, there's thousands upon thousands of ways to make money. Okay, that's your strategy. Your strategy, make money. That's my goal. That's the end result that's in mind. The tactics or the tools or the techniques that I use along the way in order to make money, that can change. I can build a product or a service. I can, I could write a book. I could develop a course. I could do something digital or something physical. I could go into business, into the restaurant business. I could do all these different things. Once again, those are tactics. Okay, whereas the overall strategy is to make money. Okay, let's say, for example, you want to bake a cake. Okay, the strategy is that I'm going to bake a cake. All right, so I need to gather the ingredients. I need to go to the store. I need to write a list of what ingredients I need. I need to go to the store. I need to get the ingredients. I need to come back home. I need to lay out the ingredients. Once again, those are the tactics. In other words, the steps along the way in which to accomplish the strategy. So really kind of strategy and tactics kind of work hand in hand. But here's the thing. Strategy is more important because without a clearly defined strategy or end result in mind or a goal in mind, okay, the tactics are irrelevant. The tactics really, once again, you can dig a hole using anything. Let's say, for example, that, my strategy is to dig a hole. Well, you can use a spoon, you can use a shovel, you can use your hands. You could use any tactic to dig a hole. Okay, so once again, if the end result is to dig that hole, dig the hole. People get bent around the axle of the tactics. Like, okay, I want to become famous. Let's go that route. I want to become famous. Okay, well, how do I become famous? Well, I could write a book, star in a movie. I could go out and record massive amounts of TikTok videos. Okay, which blows my mind that how that's even a thing, but whatever, it is what it is. Instagram, you know what I'm saying? Even YouTube. Those are the tactics. The overall strategy is to become famous. Let's say, for example, if that's what you're trying to do, you're trying to become famous. That's the strategy. Okay, the tactic is, well, I'm going to create great YouTube content. I'm going to create great Instagram content. I'm going to write a great blog. I'm going to write a great book, star in a movie. I'm going to be friends of a friend who's famous. Whatever the case may be, create massive amounts of TikTok videos. Tactics. Okay? What tactic you use is completely irrelevant. You will eventually get to where you're going if you put in enough consistency, enough effort, you know what I'm saying, and you're persistent with what it is that you do. So here's my advice. Here's the thing. People get so bent around the tactics that they lose sight of what's important, which is a strategy, and they get frustrated when they fail because, well, I've tried everything and nothing's working. Well, I've tried YouTube and I've tried Instagram and I've tried, this shovel and I've tried this car and I've tried this, whatever it may be. And then next thing you know, they're overwhelmed with the tactics that they lose sight of the strategy. Okay? So here's what I want you to do, and this is exactly how you are going to solve that problem. Whatever it is that you are trying to accomplish, grab a piece of paper. Write at the top of the piece of paper what it is that you want to do. I want to whatever. Insert whatever there. Below, I want you to write the steps that it's going to take you to get from point A to point B. Okay? And then whatever, the tools or the techniques or whatever it is that's going to get you there. And then one by one, start focusing on that. Okay? But don't spread yourself too thin by saying, well, I'm going to try this, I'm going to try that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, this is not working, let me do that. People don't stay with something long enough to really gain an understanding of whether it works or not because they don't have a clearly defined roadmap. They try things that fail and then they either give up or quit. Okay, or they allow too much outside perspective to overwhelm them and consume them. Look, let me put it to you this way. If you're worried about what other people say and what other people think, you're going to let that determine how fast you quit. It's as simple as that. All right? But if you put your head down, write it down on a piece of paper, here's my strategy, this is my goal, this is my outcome, here's the things that I'm going to do along the way to achieve that. As you're going along that path, take notes. If you succeed, great, take notes on that. If you fail, okay, well, why did you fail? What was the reason? Okay, a lot of people, they hit a roadblock and then they just give up and they quit and they don't ever really discover why that roadblock happened or why that thing failed. Okay, don't be so easy to quit. All right? And as you're taking that action, once again, focus on what is getting the results, whether it's positive or negative. If something's getting positive results, okay, well, why is it getting positive results? If something got negative results, then focus on, okay, well, why did this get negative results? And how can I resolve that issue? That's another thing that I've discovered is that when people hit roadblocks and things fail and something doesn't work, well, they quit or they toss it to the side. That didn't work. Let me move to something else. No, why did it not work? And then how can you tweak something or move something or change something or try something just a little bit different that takes you from failure to success? And then take note of that and then continue action. I've discovered that when things get hard in life, people tend to just give up and quit. Don't quit. Don't ever give up. You have exactly what it takes to achieve success only if you take appropriate action and only if you continue to take appropriate action and never quit. Okay? You will achieve success. You will succeed, but only if you believe. All right? So go out there and do some great things, and I'll see you in the next video.